But what are your thoughts about Georgia's quarterback, Jacob Eason, and the freshman, Jake Fromm?
Okay, so yesterday at the G-Day game, that kind of, no one really knew what Fromm was going to do. For everyone listening, Jake Fromm is a 5-star quarterback recruited from Warner Robins, and then Jacob Eason was the 5-star quarterback recruited from Washington State last year. Eason, he's not very accurate. He went 16 for 36 yesterday, threw an interception into double coverage. He has a really great arm on him, but he doesn't make throws well. So I think that it's going to be kind of a toss-up between who's going to start, because Jake Fromm looked really good yesterday. He had a 42-yard touchdown, and he made a 2-point conversion.
That's awesome.
Of course, he's playing the second-string defense, so that's, you got to take that into account. But at the same time, the players after the game said that he looked like he was vocal and he was a leader, which Jacob Eason was not last year. He kind of took a backseat role.
Yeah.
So I think competition is always good no matter what. I think it's going to force Eason to work harder and do better. But I also think that both of the quarterbacks we have are really talented. However, when you have an O-line that is as terrible as Georgia's O-line, there's only so much you can do.
So, I have these traditions before I go to games and stuff, like with the West Virginia Mountaineers or the Washington Redskins. When you have a chance to go to a game between the hedges, what are your traditions?
Drinking a whole lot.
What's your choice? What's your beer of choice?
My beer of choice. I love delirium tremens.
Me too. I love it.
Yes. I have the bottles all over my house. They're cute and white, and they have little bears on them. Elephants. That's right.
Elephants.
Right. Yep. So I love delirium tremens. I think SEC football is just so fun that you can go to a game and not even have a team that you're rooting for and never have been to, the city before, and you can still have a blast. And so I don't really have any game day traditions just because I work weekends. So a lot of times I'm not able to go to the games. But Georgia, Athens, Tennessee, there's so many great schools. For all the listeners who haven't been to an SEC game, I really, really recommend just picking one and just going. Ole Miss is a great place. Alabama, Tuscaloosa is really fun. It's all really fun.
How sweet would it be if Georgia beats Tennessee in Knoxville this year? And are you going to be sick of hearing Rocky Top?
Oh, you know what? So I lived in Knoxville for 2 years, and that place and the people there it will always have a special place in my heart. I got really sick of the orange. I will say that.
Tia was from Tennessee, by the way. Did you know that?
Oh, so she knows.
Yeah.
She knows where I live.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a really cool place in Knoxville. The Vol Navy. So the stadium is right on the Tennessee River. And so there's this thing called the Vol Navy that happens before all the games, which is where all these people pull up their yachts and their boats right next to the stadium on the river, and they just pregame and have this huge party on these boats. And you just walk through the docks and look at these. It is the most incredible party, pregame tailgate that I have ever experienced. So that's probably my favorite memory of Tennessee. And football runs that city. It runs that part of the country. So I have no negative feelings towards Tennessee, although I don't know if listeners remember, but at the end of the Tennessee-Georgia game last year, Eason threw like some 30-yard touchdown with 4 seconds left, and we were up by 4 points. And then Josh Dobbs threw like a 70-yard touchdown, buzzer beater. They won the game. So it's kind of like it's our turn, And then a year before that, Chubb tore his ACL in Knoxville. So I will be happy. I will be very happy if we win the game this year.
So have you had a chance to interview any of the Atlanta United soccer teams for segments on Atlanta Unplugged? And so how excited?
Yeah. So Atlanta United is a first-year soccer team in Atlanta. They are owned by Arthur Blank, who owns the Falcons. They basically are just all these guys from all over the world, and I'm getting to work with them and do forecasts for them, and it's really cool, and it's really different from any other sport because it's these guys. Two guys on the team are 16 years old and are dropped off at practice by their parents.
What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yes.
They're still in high school. Then you have guys that are like 35 to 40 years old and have kids that are almost my age. So the range of life, of like people in all facets of life that are on this team is incredible. Also, the coach is from Argentina, but there's players on the team from Africa. There's players on the team from France. So the practice is held in 6 different languages.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So there's one... Yeah, isn't that crazy? So the Argentinian coach will hold the practice in Spanish, and then there's 6 other coaches that scream out what he's saying in the respective languages. So English, Somalian, French, etc. And it's incredible to see these guys that can't even speak to one another, yet they can play so well together.
That's awesome. Unity.
Yeah, and they're doing really well. I think they're 3-2-2. They won last night. So they're a pretty talented team. They may be like the first team to win anything in Atlanta in a long time. So everyone is really excited about it. You'll see Atlanta United flags like hanging everywhere. Soccer is a big thing for Georgia, so it's cool to see. And then we have the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which is going to be done sometime in August, and then the new Braves Stadium, which I've heard nothing but fantastic things about. So there's a lot of cool sports stuff happening in Atlanta recently.
I love Atlanta. Mel, a lot of people that follow me on Twitter listen to the show, and so they've been sending me like these hot pictures of you, very conservative, but beautiful pictures. And I was wondering, have you ever considered being like a regular model, like for shoots? Like a mainstream model?
You know what? Probably not, because I have some friends that do that, and they live out in LA, and it just takes up your whole life. You know what I mean? If you're going to pursue modeling, that's that's your career. And I already have a career that I really love in weather, so I've never really haven't really considered modeling too much, although the pictures that you've been using to promote me are with a photographer out of Knoxville, Andy Armstrong, and he's just a amateur photographer, but man, those pictures turned out pretty good.
It looks beautiful. Do you work out a lot, or do you play sports, or?
Oh yeah, I work out every day.
Every day.
Gotta get it to the gym.
Well, you can tell you look amazing, by the way.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, going to the gym, eating healthy, as long as you can, make it and do some sort of exercise every day. Staying in shape isn't too hard. I definitely let myself eat food.
Well, you need to eat, girlfriend. You got to feed them muscles.
That's right.
How did you celebrate Earth Day yesterday?
Oh, Earth Day. So I wore a really flowery dress on air. Earth Day, let's see.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ella. We have a caller. Would you like to take the caller?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Call from.
Good morning. Welcome to Between the Cleats with me, Courtney, comes to see you on the Demon Seed Radio Network. We have a special guest with us today. Her name is Ella. How are you today? Caller?
Good. I'm good, Mommy.
Oh, this is One Rider. Hey, today we have Miss Ella Dorsey on the line. She's exactly, what do you exactly do? You're a broadcaster? Meteorologist? Okay, yes. Okay. She's a meteorologist for a station in Atlanta. Would you like to say hi?
Hi, Ella. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. I was hoping you would have been a Penn State Happy Valley meteorologist graduate.
No, you know what? I do know that's a really great program up there, though.
It sure is. I was listening earlier, and is Georgia playing Penn State this year?
No, I think we played in a couple years ago in a bowl game, and that would be a really great matchup this year because Penn State is supposed to be really good. But no, you guys are not on our schedule this year.
I forget. I saw the schedule. I don't know. We might have Alabama this year. I don't know. Anyways, I was listening to the show there. You're a Baltimore girl.
Yep.
You grew up in Baltimore?
Yeah, that's right. I grew up in Catonsville, Maryland.
And do you remember, did you ever go to Hammerjacks?
No, what is Hammerjacks?
Hammerjacks, that's where the Ravens, what is it, MT Stadium or whatever?
Yeah, MT Bank Stadium, that's right.
That was the best nightclub on the East Coast for years, from the late 80s to the 90s, Hammerjacks. And the Ravens, they built this stadium and tore down this place, Hammerjacks.
Oh.
Made it in their parking lot.
Before my time. Yeah. I was going to say, dang, now I got a place I can go next time I go up there. I'm looking for Hammerjacks.
Well,
by the way, thank you for the honeybee. The honey you sent me, remember? In Pennsylvania?
I do.
Thank you for that.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I loved it. It was delicious. I had it on some toast last Sunday. I appreciate it.
Aw.
Now, you check out his website. He's a neighbor down the road here, and he goes countrywide, Florida to California with his trucks, setting up these honeybee combs and whatever. You check out his website. He has a good website and mail order business if you like this stuff.
Awesome. Well, thanks for calling in today, baby.